Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Tub Talk. This is number 26, which trying to think of something to go with 26 is very difficult. It's just one of those numbers. Double unlucky 13, and actually, there's two things in the game today that are definitely unlucky for Scopely and for some players.
And the third happened in real life.
And yeah, and then one happened in real life. Yeah, so we're good. So, but anyways, this is going to be out on Monday something. I don't know what the day is going to be. I think we're almost in July by the time it's come out, but the week prior to this video coming out.
Maybe we could push it. We can make it go quicker.
We could, but it'd be out of order. I don't know about that.
Well, but push the next one and then this one.
But we had some issues in game with a certain team, and we had a thing come to the game or coming to the game. We'll get into that. But anyways, hello, my name is Viz.
I'm Sable.
And this is our tri-weekly, I don't know what you would call that, episodic podcast via YouTube video with a fun little video that she puts up that we go over Marvel Strike Force and give some content to the game that people might be interested in.
A little break from the norm.
A little break from the norm. Not so much videos, it's more listening. I know our voices aren't the best things to be listening to.
But it starts a conversation.
It does. And conversations are important. They usually get met with some kind of how can we make this better, and then some kind of compromise, a conclusion, and things happening. Although with the current standards in Scopely, it's just kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
different day.
I'm a little pissed off to be honest because I opened 53 roughly gold orbs for this team to get them boosted enough to put them on my war defense to make them a 3 million power team.
Yeah, let's get right into that right off the bat. So Alpha Flight, the new meta defense for war.
10,000 power cores on coring the guys.
10,000 power cores. Some of us spent, what, 50, and 25, so $125 on the team.
Yep.
For
and
spotlight
or
raids and stuff like that.
Yep.
But we're hoping that this team is going to boost us on defense. So pretty much maxed out right off the bat as much as we could. And come to find out, a three-piece team of Kestrel, Bucky, and Nick Fury, and or a four-piece team of Out of Time minus the most important person on the team, which is Black Knight.
Yeah.
Just the four. Don't use the fifth because it'll actually speed them up. Just the four can beat this quote-unquote meta defense team.
Yeah. I think they only threw war defense in there to kind of appease spenders and be like, look, you get them for two things. It's not just the Alpha Flight raids. You can have them on your war defense, too.
The thing that's the worst part about this, and I'm just going to get to the worst part about it right off the bat, in my own opinion, is that I was so excited with Sasquatch. I'm playing with them. I'm using redwood trees in the dark to smash people down. It was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. He's a cool little character. And you get that, and you're like, okay, I can use him for raids to better my alliance. Like, that all helps and all that stuff. But then
we already have counters.
Squashed.
Yeah. I think this might be one of the first times a team has come out with so much supposed hype behind it that there's already hundreds of ways to beat it.
You know, and a lot of this is shame on. Because for these people that have the test servers and stuff, they go through and they test all this wild stuff. They tested for things like this to beat a meta war defense and to find out what team's going to beat it within a couple days. But they won't test it on something that actually makes sense, like, you know, how things react with a normal team that you're going to use on offense.
You have a guy that gains speed bar when he doesn't have charged.
Like, it's absurd that they go and they do this thing and they find ways to break it so that they can exploit things right off the bat to everybody, but they don't want to test things to find out what good we can do with teams. It's sad that things like this are what sell. And things are like this are what get views and get them money. But
and then they claim, well, we don't have access to test it. We don't have access to this. And then they're calling to nerf Old Man Logan. I've seen at least 3 envoys calling to nerf him.
Right.
Because they're tired of the 1v1 bull crap. It's like, but then this, a team you're cramming down our throats.
Well, it's pretty
broken.
easy with Old Man Logan thing. You just don't 3-diamond APOC. That's the easiest way to do it. You won't get that stun, and then you can just flip and kill the other Old Man Logan on the other side. But anyways,
I mean, there's
on to
ways
what
to
the
beat
two
that.
things were. It's the Alpha Flight, and it's getting beat by generic old teams in war on defense. And invaders, you can put invaders in there, I guess, with Kestrel,
yeah.
and that does it. Or you can put invaders with Old Man Logan, apparently, and that does it. That's one that some envoy figured out. He probably went through it on the server and figured that stuff out before.
But I swore that somebody was doing this with them in Crucible a week or 2 ago.
Yeah.
With this 3-piece, they were doing something like this.
Yeah, it was the same
before,
thing.
And they said they fixed it. It was patched.
It's the same
Clearly,
thing.
it wasn't.
Right, and that was with against Mercs for Money. With them.
Was that Mercs for Money with the invaders?
Because no charge, and then
okay.
they'd sit there and do their thing. So, but yeah, so now we're sitting here in war. First war to have the full teams. Well, at least in our zone.
Yeah. To
have the full teams out. And
somebody posted that screenshot. I'm like, bullshit. You're like, well, you've got it. Try it. Okay.
Yeah, a 3-piece team. She timed out because hers are built because we don't go freaking wallet cracking hordening for invaders.
Well, and if I would have
skill
Striker
nodes.
on Bucky, it may have worked.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, I ended up timing out, and it was $1.5 million punch up.
Oh yeah, it was huge.
It was a big ass punch up.
It was huge, and
which is pathetic.
Took out Sasquatch. She took out.
I got Wolverine out, but then he revived.
Yeah, Wolverine out and he revived. Sasquatch is gone, and one other one was gone.
North Star.
North Star was gone.
Yeah.
So yeah, 3 out of the 5 gone. 1 came back.
Guardian, North Star was
Ended
gone.
up having to go in and double tap with something, but if her team was bigger, Kestrel was oversized, but the other ones you don't use. So if you're not a Kraken or Whale set there at 2.3, trying to one-shot nodes in raids, you're not gonna have them build up that crazy. But even if they were pretty small, I think you can do it on a small team that's Alpha Flight. This was a large team, like we're in the top 100 in war.
Like one shot,
Yeah, so we're a top 100 in war, and we're fighting against big old teams. So this is a big old team.
Yeah, we don't got those little bitty babies.
No, most of ours are 3 to 5.
And I'm willing to throw those attacks. Some of these other people aren't. I'm willing to do it. I'm like, I got it.
And then I went in with just the 4-piece out of time without Black Knight, and after targeting down Sasquatch, I just hit auto. And it won with 2 minutes to go. 4 versus 5 on a good $1.5 million punch up, 2 million punch up.
And that's just
it's crazy.
Unheard of for a brand new team.
It's absurd for something people work so hard for.
Been claiming it's a war team. Oh, it's going to be so broken on defense. I saw lots of thumbnails that said that weeks ago.
Well, and that's the way to get it to sell.
Exactly.
And now it doesn't work, so now they already knew that. So they're pushing for it because that's what they want them to do is push these teams out.
They're going to say, oh, nerf Old Man Logan, and then they're going to be clickbaiting. Why'd they nerf him? This is bullshit. And it's just whatever.
And now you're seeing these same people that haven't actually got a live war because we're the first zone.
Yeah.
So we would be the first ones to know. And these counters came out before our war started.
Yeah.
So which means they knew from the test server.
Which is
and so they're telling people.
This isn't the first war for everyone.
Yes, it is. We're Zone 1. This is the first one with Sasquatch.
Because Sasquatch was just launched?
He was just released, yeah.
I thought he was Friday. So there was no war? Friday would have been...
Friday there was a war. Yeah, but none of these counters were in that one.
I don't think so.
It wasn't until the weekend, and so now.
So when they had testings.
Yeah, so they test, they get it on there, and then their videos come out when these wars start. Because now they can make money on it.
Yeah. And it's funny because I've been doing a lot of research for the camera I wanted to get. And it's not just our community. the people, the Nikon community.
No, it's everywhere. It's
everybody's
everywhere.
clickbaiting.
It's
I'm like,
everywhere.
are you serious? Why?
Every game makes mistakes and has broken things.
Yeah.
Everything has clickbaity stuff. I'm not dogging the people for doing the clickbaity stuff. I'm just
It's
saying.
everywhere, and it's just sad.
That's just what it is. People are trying to make a buck.
It's
And if they can
sad
make
that
a buck on
people
you,
value money over honestly helping the community and
Right.
helping others.
right? Which
And then they gotta lie because, oh well, Nikon gave me the camera to use, so I'm gonna hype it up because I'm gonna get more money. And
yeah, more
just be
views.
honest.
Yeah, be honest.
That's why I was shocked. My normal guy I watch, is a Canon support. Like, he's sponsored by Canon.
Right.
All he shoots is Canon. He loved this camera. Absolutely loved it. He hates all Nikons.
Yeah.
Like, he did, and he will not sugarcoat that shit. And when he said this is like, gives Sony a run for its money with the A7 and gives, the Canon R5 a run for its money, and I'm like, all right, well, maybe it's worth a go for me, little old me, who's just going to use it for a hobby.
Yeah.
Like, why can't,
camera.
like, be honest. Like,
Yeah.
just because you're trying to make money off this community, I would much rather support somebody who's going to be an honest person
Right.
and not two-faced.
Right.
And not change their mind before an event. Oh, it's a great event, and then after the event, this is dog shit. Like,
No, I mean, I'm sure there's aspects of things that people are like, okay, well, that was kind of beneficial. Like, I found things beneficial with a couple of our last events. Some of the stuff was BS, but I even argue with you, no, it's okay because of this. And that's being real about it. There are some aspects of things that are good, but other ones, it's like, it's a little whale heavy,
right? Well, this one, I was like, fuck it. I'm going to throw, because I only needed 50 because I had cored most of Guardian. I only needed 50 shards. I'm like, I'll throw this first round and 3-tap every fucking room.
Yeah.
So I
Same here.
unlocked my Guardian before war and could boost him up.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And for what?
what do I care? I
We'll
dropped
see.
from Platinum all the way to Gold 2 this freaking season.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what do I care?
Yeah.
Why? It doesn't matter to me anymore.
Why try so hard? If
And I'm
you're just gonna
still
lose?
going against people with 3 and 4 million power teams.
Yeah.
But, oh well. Oh, on another note, speaking of asshole Krakens, I hit 69 mil TC penis today.
Yeah.
I was so excited. I was striving for that 69 because Tadano Mac was 68 when he quit. Well, then he comes back and he's an 80. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. It'll
Keep
increase
going.
again.
Trying to catch him.
Yeah. Well, you caught where he was.
Yeah.
I gotta catch where he is.
Which is sad. Like, how long ago did he quit? And I just now got there.
Right. No, that's crazy. But yeah, so probably the reason why my beautiful bride is a little bit more colorful with her language today.
Agitated?
So one of the negative things outside of the game that happened today was I'm coming home from work, talked to her on the phone, and all of a sudden some kid behind me decides to hit the gas pedal when we're stopped at a red light and crash into the back end of my car. So that was a little different. It's the first time I've been rear-ended. Now I know what women feel like. It's not quite uplifting as you think it would, even though I did come up in the air a little bit, and he had to pull out from underneath my trunk. Wow, that really sounded bad. But yeah, so
your rear end.
his hood folded up and exposed. Wait, hold on, I shouldn't go there either. I didn't know if he's Jewish or not. Who knows? But anyways, his schmeckle. No, I was just joking. Pulled over the parking lot. It was a girl, now a guy. Interesting person. So I wanted to make sure and clarify their legal name versus their actual name. That was new for me. But yeah, so I had that happen today on the way home. That was exciting. So the hot tub is a necessity now, more so than ever.
He actually followed doctor's orders, and I made him take the night off of work. I didn't want to risk it.
Right. Yeah.
Just in case some kid goes off, something, you tweak your back, you don't know what's wrong.
That's
something
true.
Could happen.
Very true there. And I actually took ibuprofen, which I don't take any meds, so she made me take ibuprofen, so I did take 2 doses
I
of that.
must say, being on the phone, granted you said, yes, that someone just hit me and I'm okay, but still, that was nerve-wracking.
Yeah, and I apologize. I don't ever want something like that to happen.
I thought you sneezed, and I'm like, great, he threw his back out sneezing.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, someone hit me. I'm like, okay, which stoplight is he at? Because I know the route from work to home. I'm like, are you right here at the corner? Can I run?
So, and by the way, if any of you are looking into getting an older SUV, Chevy Traverse, very sturdy vehicle. This guy ran into me, went underneath my car up to, like I said, about halfway up his hood.
Almost
And
to the rear tires from the look of it.
yeah, and I just got a little, where his hood hit my tailgate, it's bent in a little bit. And then a little bit on the bumper, but that's about it. No real other damage, and like I said, it didn't really jolt me very much. It was just more of the impact than anything. But it was yeah, the other guy's car, it's totaled. It's folded.
Yeah.
Looks like a deck of cards. So feel bad for the kid. Like, you know, he wasn't paying any attention. We had there's an old folks little minibus that was pulling out the road behind me, and I think it blocked half of the view, and so they came behind me, and when they filled that car coming up behind them, they hit the gas to go, not realizing that I hadn't gone yet. So I don't know what they were thinking, but I feel bad for them as much as it hurt my car. You know, it's their car is hurt as well, and they seem pretty young, and so I know how that can be, and who knows about replacing that thing, and they got a job and whatever else.
If you're at fault, insurance probably isn't going to help.
Yeah, and they were at fault, obviously. They ran right into me, so yeah, I don't know.
Which I thought was amazing. I'm like, did anybody stop to say they witnessed? And
Nobody stopped.
like,
Nobody went to help. Nothing.
But that's what Vander was talking about the other day. That everybody assumes someone else is going to stop. Someone else is going to say
nobody
something.
came by. Nobody, not even people walking by. Like, hey, is everybody okay?
Like, a block from the hospital.
Yeah.
So you got nurses and doctors that walk right there.
Right.
All the time.
Yeah. I don't know. It was
right in front of the other medical
And then I call the
complex.
police because I think that's what the next step is. Then they're like, "Oh, did you train information?" And like, yeah, I got theirs. They got mine. I'm like, okay, well, you're all done. That's all you need to do. I'm like, okay, so no cop or nothing. They're like, well, is anybody injured? I'm like, not really. My back's a little like stiff and whatnot, but I feel okay. And I asked, them, and they were okay. And I'm like, all right, so I think we're both like, okay, I don't think we're going to the hospital. Like, yeah, so there's no reason for us to come out. I'm like, well, shit, okay, no report, no nothing.
Staffed.
So, yeah, it's just weird to me.
But they'll come out for a noise complaint because our neighbors hate our dogs.
Yeah, it's just so strange. I just don't understand that thing. Like, that's a safety thing and that's a fault thing, but they're like, no, the insurance is with each other. What if they left to see the accident and now their brakes are failed because they didn't realize their front wheel drive and now their car is totaled and they're trying to drive away to cause another accident. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, that car was pretty. But like, is it drivable? I'm like, I mean, I think so, but I don't recommend it. Is what I told my insurance person. Yeah, but anyways, so yeah, that happened. But don't worry, I think I'll be fine. It'll be all right. It's a little freaky, being stopped and having somebody plow into you is like, okay, am I safe anywhere? It's kind of like what the feeling is.
Yeah, well, it's the second time that's happened.
But I'll get over it quick. Yeah, the other one, the guy went flying and hit 3 cars behind us, which accordioned into us.
Yeah.
I felt worse for the people behind us that were in the middle of that.
Yeah, and he fled the scene because he had no insurance and he thought he was going to be blamed.
But that was years ago.
Lady behind turned around talking to her kids in the back.
That was damn near 20 years ago.
And she tried to blame us, saying we backed into the car in front of us, who backed into her. Bitch, no.
I don't know what you're talking about as far as the
That's what
blame.
the insurance told me.
Yeah, I don't think that was accurate, but who knows? They're probably just trying to get you to lie is what that came across. Everybody's trying to get their buck. But anyways, yeah, that was like 20 years ago, so who knows? But anyways, yeah, so that was the outside of the game. But the other thing in game is that they announced today to do this time heist. Okay? So, newer players, I get it. It's a way to spend $140 and get a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, cool. By the way, it's less stuff than the last time heist they had, even though the characters are more relevant now. So you're talking the increase in health and stuff like that. Yeah. So, okay, they gave you a jump start on APOC. Cool. But this is the thing that sucks. Those of us that sat here and we grinded day after day, sweating. I need that last piece of the ISO 2.3 in order to get this, and it was an achievement. Or those people that are on the last pieces right now, able to get him, like my beginner account is.
Mm-hmm.
How nice is it to have a feeling that somebody can go in and just spend some money and they're ahead of you?
But that's what these other people who wanted. They wanted APOC to be more easily obtainable.
Yeah, it's dumb.
For the newer players.
It's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. So this is what you do, Scopely, and I put this in our chat. People can see it, and I put it there, and I'm going to stand by it. This is what you do. You bracket this sumbitch, all right? You bracket it. You say if your player level is below 50, you're getting these crazy orbs that you're not going to use yet. You're not going to use till you get to 75 plus. Teal orbs, stuff like that, gear, ISO, blah, 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 blah. You put those in the player level increase. So anywhere from 1 to 50, you up those. So they're getting crazy amount of stuff that they won't use. It won't even be something they'll think about until it's 75 and it's unlocked and they can use it. The teal stuff, the ISO 2 point, whatever, like all the player level one.
It gives them a reason to keep playing.
Right, it gives them a reason to go. So you front load all those from level 1 to 50. Then when you hit 50, you start putting like character shards in there for those tunes. You're talking Death Seed and Horseman and stuff. You put them in the player level. So when they start unlocking that player level from 50 to 75, by the time they get to 75, now they have it. They have it all for free.
But now they're tokens. So they get an immediate level
stupid
75
fucking tokens.
tune.
Get rid of that shit. No.
Immediate
The shards.
75,
The shards.
23, whatever.
And just make it so that when they get to level 75, they're set. That makes it so those players are willing to play. It's not giving them extra XP, which makes it so that they're above where they should be because they don't have the mats and the gold and the resources. Mm-hmm. This actually lets them level up, get all the way to 75, and then it's there for them to use when they've saved up the resources they need. And then also do the same thing with Blitz. Give multiple things. If you're level 1 through level 50, if you're level 50 through level 75, you have 3 different brackets of Blitz, and then 75 on. And make those early Blitzes gold, training mats, stuff like that they can use.
I just don't think they can code that.
I just don't get why not.
Especially with how messed up Alpha Flight is, there's gotta be
just do these things to make it so these newer players are getting all this stuff and they're like, oh, I want to play every day.
Yep.
And then the login calendar, if it's a daily thing, if you have your streak, increase those bonuses so that everybody gets that stuff.
But they want a day one player in Incursion 2.3 and in these Alpha Flight raids.
And it's just making
After
those players
3 weeks,
fly through so fast, like time highs, like boom, you're all of a sudden at 75. Well, what is that going to do? You don't know how to play the tunes. You don't know how to use them. You're using the wrong T4s for the wrong characters, the wrong ISO for the wrong characters. By the time you get into an alliance that's actually decent, you're already behind because you've done fucking ISO'd out your Punisher. Sorry, Dre. But your Punisher, the shit character, you max him out because he's your favorite tune. And Spider-Man and Luke Cage because that's what they have you use right off the bat.
Yep.
You've leveled these guys up all the way. Shield Medic, all the way off the bat. It's like Elektra.
Hey, I used them in Crucible today, man.
It's like, oh my god. Oh, dude, I did too. I went to my Blitz squads, yeah.
I just went to the bottom and selected my last 5, hit auto, last 5, hit auto.
So I did Blitz team
and then
sorted.
I cleared the room.
I did Blitz team sorted weakest to strongest and started at the top and went my way through 18 teams. But anyways, do something like that instead of making it so you purchase it and you're there. Make them actually earn the thing so that us players that have been playing for a while are like, yeah, they might be giving more, but they at least sat on there for, a month and a half to earn this shit. Not they went in with their freaking Visa card that their mommy gave them.
Nothing to them. Our sitting on the game for 8 hours a day means nothing if we're not paying their
There's
bills.
just so many better ways to make it so that everybody gets a little bit of something versus those people with the fat wallet get the most.
And I'm sorry, you cannot come in a 3-month account expect to get APOC. Fuck off.
I mean, you could expect it, but you can also expect for the game to blow you too.
Right?
It's not going to happen.
But it's like, no, it took a year of the waiting for those teams to unlock. Just because it's all in the game now and you can unlock it instantly.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I mean, every day I'm looking at the thing wondering when Black Widow is going to take her shirt off. I'm expecting that to happen one day.
I wouldn't mind some titties and ass in this game.
I mean, we got titties.
Come on, man.
We got some nipples. Not very many, but maybe one day.
Man, make it like Borderlands. I want those jugs to bounce.
Borderlands, your picture was so funny. But it's just
reason to play the game.
It's just dumb. It's just I don't get these things. It's a cash grab. And they're hoping these players like buy this, and they're like 4 weeks later, like, nah, yeah, I'm kind of bored,
Yep.
and go on to the next game.
Or it'll entice them. Oh, I guess I gotta spend some more. Oh, I guess I gotta spend some more.
Yeah, I blew through that. How do we get? Oh my god, it's just so obnoxious. It's just so obnoxious. Just let it so that they earn this. It's like having a savings account for your kid. You don't, when your kid turns 18, give them a shit ton of money and say, here you go. Or when they're born, give them a couple $1 million and say, here you go. You let them earn it over time, so when they learn responsibility, and then when they get there, they're like, oh, okay, I have this money in savings I can use to better myself. That's what we're doing, is I have it so I can better myself. I can better my roster. Not give it to them right at the bat and expect them not to blow it on fucking... I mean, imagine what you would have spent when you were a child. What would you have spent money on? That's what they're doing to these players.
College. Yeah. Oh, I just got my $8,000 financial aid check.
Yeah.
I can spend $1,000 on
it. It's like, oh my god, that's what they're doing with these players. Just like, here you go. Here's a ton of cash. Be irresponsible. Bullshit, these people are going to be responsible. They're going to blow it on Kree minions.
Yep.
It's like,
they don't
how
know
fucking
better.
stupid. Yeah, it's just, I feel bad for the player too, because you're going to have those players with that regret.
Yeah.
They're going to do that. They're going to get these characters. They're going to get, I know the tokens unlocks it already and gives them at the levels, blah, blah, blah. You don't need all the T4s. They're going to T4 them out.
Yeah.
You don't need them all maxed out. They're going to max them all out. You don't need them all at 95. They're probably going to do it because that's their highest tunes.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, well, why did I do that?
Okay, well, when are they going to allow us to re-roll and take everything off of a tune, reset the tune to 0, get those resources back to use on someone else?
Just get the Krakens to start complaining about it. Maybe we'll get it. We want it back from our Kree minions.
Right?
Okay, you can cash in minions now.
But they have so much, they can, day one, max out a tune with everything they're sitting on.
But I can too, pretty much. But that's because I've saved my resources.
Yeah.
And I've done a good job of managing my roster.
And that's what they're trying to cut back on, is because they don't want that. They don't want you, who saved and managed better, to be up there with a whale and a kraken, because that gives them no advantage for spending.
And it's
if they have no advantage for spending, they're not going to spend.
We're in war right now. I just punched up 3 million on a team. I punched up 3 million, 2 million, and 2.5 million so far on 3 different teams. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't need to build them up. Why are you giving it to me at these max levels when I don't need them at that level? Like, there's teams that you don't need that shit like that. You got to build smart and know what to use and where to use it. It's about learning the game, not about just giving them whatever.
Yeah. And I didn't realize they gained speed, or I wouldn't have taken Agent Venom in on my team. Should have just taken the 4, but I got chicken and
see, that's the thing. It's reading the kits, because a lot of times you don't read the kits. So you just go in with that big dick swinging.
You expect me to remember?
Well, sometimes.
Like,
maybe.
Occasionally, yes, I will remember and I know what I'm doing. Most of the time.
It's like at the end of that Hero Asgard, you're like, how did they have all the people? Because Val probably took a turn and responded.
But she didn't. But then again, I wouldn't know because the visual glitch, because Beta respawned at the top of the map somewhere, and Valkyrie, who the fuck knows where she was off hanging out, but she was not visible when it said defeat. And then, oh, why is everybody on the board?
Yeah, don't worry, I cleaned it up for you. I just took Gamma into it. It was fine.
It was stupid.
It was fine, but yeah.
And then Val died, but yet revived and still had her revive. So I'm like, how?
Yeah, who knows?
So I don't know what it did. I should have combat canceled, but I was like, no, I can't be. We gotta keep it.
Gotta keep it.
Gotta keep it separated.
But yeah, some unlucky things. The 2 unlucky things went outside 2 ends. There you go. 2 13s are now 26. That's episode 26 for you. Now on to the good. So like she said, she's 69 TCP. We're cooking right along the spotlight raids. We're reducing down to 1.1 so that everybody can get a chance. And it's kind of fun. I was able to get almost to the end. I think I'm on the end boss for the alpha flight. I'm on the end boss, and we're pumping the end boss for points because you get more points for that one when you finish it. So might as well pump that one for some points, and then we'll complete it here soon towards the end so we can get those extra, 2,000 credits or whatever.
Which is stupid because some of these lower alliances can't do these raids, and you're putting all these milestone points. Yeah. How are they even going to get to the monthly?
And now we're seeing these people with like 3 million accounts like, oh, I need spotlight raids. Dude, Spider Society? No, not yet. Not up to that ISO. Then what are you going to do
Right.
for me? Oh, I just need the resources from it.
No,
Well, that's not what the game's for. Like,
Right.
learn to play. Like,
you're not coming in and riding our coattails.
and we got a guy. There's a guy recruiting now too in the recruit section. Watch out for this. I think his name's Queso or Cato or Quido or something like that. But anyways, he claims to be doing Incursion 2.3. Most of the 14, 15 people he has in his alliance are under 15 million. Some are like 2 and 3. Like, there's no way you're doing 2.3 to start with. He's constantly saying, hey, I need a merger. He'll go into people's mergers. He'll try to scalp the top players. He tried to do it to us. Scrappy, fortunately, was the one that headed him off and had the conversation with them and found out the guy was a DB. But he's still doing it. And he's still on there, and so every time I see him, I try to warn the people that he's asking to merge with. And then I see him, like, he'll be like, oh, I'm doing 2.3 to these people, and, like a merger. And then 3-4 sections up, he's messaging somebody else that we're doing Doom 1.4 or, Doom 3.2. And then he'll go to another person that's, hey, do you have Alpha Flight? Because we're doing Spotlight 1.2. And it's like, you're so full of shit, dude. You're just like trying to scout people, and it's dirty. And that freaking recruiting board is just so bad for things like that. Just people misrepresenting what they are, going in, giving people false senses of what the game's supposed to be like.
And it's not like you
sad.
can look to see what an alliance is doing before you switch.
You can look and see what their TCPs are, yes, but you can't see what they're doing.
Yeah, what their teams are, what their raids are.
You can ask them. If you're an intelligent person and you're listening to this, you're not in one of our alliances where you know who we are, and you're going to know, make sure you ask them, what is your raid, your rank? Give me a screenshot of what your ranking is, and then make sure that the things match, because they might give you one from before. They've had everybody leave. Same thing with war, and then try to find a way to double check it. Give them, have them give you their player thing and where they rank themselves, so you can try to check that. Like, you just got to do your research, or you can just reach out to me.
Yeah, because then otherwise, if you're leaving your alliance now, that you're like, oh, well, they might switch to a higher raid, but this one's doing the higher raid, you're missing out on season rewards.
Yeah, especially if you go early.
Events, if it's an alliance event.
Yeah, you got to get over to an alliance by Tuesdays, or else you're kind of missing out on stuff. And they don't tell you that. They just want to scalp you.
Yep.
And they want to use you until they find somebody bigger, then they kick you and they get somebody else. That's pretty much what it is.
Yep. They're just looking for numbers.
Whereas me, like, we'll bring you in, and if you're not fitting out, I'll try to find somewhere higher or lower for you and try to, help you out that way. That's kind of how we are until it gets to a certain point. There's only so many alliances that are at the top doing things. You got us and Earth, and you got Nidavellir pretty much are our top. Asgard's right behind that. So we've got 3 now doing Incursion 2. So that's kind of where we are with that. In different levels of Spotlight, different levels of Incursion 2. Like, one's doing 0, one's doing 1, we're doing 2. Spotlight, it's the same, 0, 1, and we're doing 2, but we've knocked down to 1.1 just to get the points for this thing first round. So, yeah, it's just, you gotta pay attention to things like that. There's some dirty players out there, man. Some dirty people, and it's too bad. It's too bad they're preying upon these newer players that are buying the time heist, don't know any better, get into this thing, and are just like making them raise up characters before they're ready.
And they're frustrated because they don't have things, and they only have one team. And now, how do I do Arena? How do I do Crucible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just maxed out my Bifrost. Because it's the first team in Incursion 2. Well, cool, but you weren't ready for Incursion 1. Now you're doing Incursion 2. You should have had that sucker sitting at like level 75 max and doing Doom 3 instead.
Yeah.
And then get all your teams up, get your war teams up, your Crucible teams up. Then we get those to a spot where you're ready to kind of move up, then move into the Incursions and see how it is. But test your waters a little bit.
Because even my 2.3 Bifrost loses every now and then. Today I cooked right through.
Yeah, I know.
My tech even cooked right
yesterday
through.
I lost, in 2 nodes, I lost 5 teams yesterday, and I was like, fuck it.
I don't know what was up the raids yesterday, but we weren't the only ones that noticed it. People on Reddit were calling the guy crazy. You were not crazy. They have to do something. There's no way this is RNG based that you can go in and be destroyed.
Yeah.
Well, if they target this and target that. How is it different every fucking time?
Yeah.
The tunes go in the same order. They do the same thing.
Yeah, it's auto.
The AI used to only target the center tune, so.
Well, the majority of the time, yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like, how is it changing that much from day to day? Where
Because
you
they
can
still
cakewalk and then you get destroyed.
There's a percentage damage, it goes off, and it causes the one to go a different way.
With the way their
blah, blah.
coding is, it wouldn't surprise me if there is some bracket in there that
Oh, just everybody wants to be a know-it-all.
You know,
That's
each
what it is.
thing does something different for each day.
Everybody wants to go to be a know-it-all. When somebody says they're doing something, they just want to be like, no, I disagree because. Just because they want to get their day
No,
in
it's
the sun.
RNG. You can blame RNG until you're blue in the face. It's not all RNG.
No. Some, but not all.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Not all. And when you're losing not only with the Bifrost that sims it every single day, then you're losing with another Bifrost that has simmed it every other time that they've done it, and then a burn team that has went through and actually beat the level by playing it, and then another one of the same team that has also went through by playing it after those 3 burns.
Mm-hmm.
There's something going on.
Yeah. And then you heal your OG Bifrost and go in and play the node and you get destroyed. Like, how?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, Stokely.
Just some frustrations, but starting to get the war counters. Most of us in our alliance are starting to get the war counters down. Some are still having some frustrations, but also there's some people that are having teams that I would use on offense on defense, and they want the teams on defense because they're a sturdy defense, and I get it. But if you're doing that, then you have to realize that you're not going to be able to counter the same teams. So you got to look for different stuff. And a lot of the people that we have, they just want to move down, and it's all based on the alliance and making it better for the team. And they just want to move. Or in reality, they got to sit back and be patient because they don't have those teams anymore. And I hurt for them when they do it because they get frustrated that they can't beat some of these things. And it's like, I feel you. We got you. Don't worry. We got your back. You just don't have to hit all those teams all the time. Relax.
But then
and take
there's
out
also
the
the
easy
possibility
stuff.
that, okay, well, this might be the only hour I can be on. I've got to get my 10 in just to be safe.
Yeah, and some people have jobs you don't know how long you're going to be at.
Yeah.
So I can completely see that. Absolutely. And I mean, if it comes to that message, we'd be like, hey, I see some Flight Deck 1 stuff that I know I can easily take. You just want me to hammer that out because I'm having a shit war so far.
Yep.
Absolutely. Go at it, have fun. Get it out of the way. Get the frustration out of your system. And then get a good night's sleep and be safe at work. Like, that means more to me than anything else. It's like, I don't know. It hurts my soul when I see people hurting because they can't do stuff in war. I love war. It's so much fun. I enjoy it, even though I kind of did poopy today. I lost 3 battles, but whatever.
Yeah, Guinea Pig lost 2.
Yeah, one of yours was that you didn't realize there was a tune.
But yeah.
One was a test timeout, and the other one was you added a person you shouldn't have added. So.
No, I won the Invaders one.
Oh, you did win the Invaders
even
one?
though it didn't have Fury and it had Firefuck.
I tried a 2.8 million punch up, and I didn't get a turn with Cersei. She was one shot by Nick Fury's minions. So.
See, mine didn't have Nick Fury.
Yeah, I know.
Mine had the Fire Chick instead.
I know. I was biting off way more than I could chew.
Yeah. That's when it's like, look, I really should diamond my Icarus because then he should almost be guaranteed to double tap.
Yeah.
But, which that would be pretty epic if they finished that team off. But I guess, I don't know, scrolling the YouTubes, looking at just thumbnails while I was doing more research today. Not Medusa. Captain Britain.
Captain Britain,
and,
Excalibur.
Yeah, Excalibur is the next. Which patch is what, tomorrow? I don't know when.
That's the rumor.
So,
Those
I
of you
don't know
know
why
how-
we don't have the silhouettes and everything yet.
Those of you that know me know how I feel about data mines, so I wouldn't hold too much with it.
Yeah, but when it comes from
if it does
an
come out,
envoy,
it'll be
my
kind of
guess
fun.
is it's not a data mine, it's a phony data mine. There's air quotes there.
Yeah.
Because they know, and they can find the data file and mimic it. I could Photoshop a data file, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Say anything.
Yeah. Howard the Duck coming to the game confirmed.
That would be pretty epic. Put him on the internals
Yeah.
or something.
Did you call them internals?
I don't know. I couldn't think of what their name was for a
Internals.
minute and had a brain fart.
They beat you from the inside. Drax is on that team.
Yep. You can't see him.
Be two from the inside.
Why is he the only tune that doesn't get that full cool stealth? Like, come on, make a skin for him that's full stealth.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun.
Some of them, their stealth is so good that you can't even see that they're there other than the bar above them.
Yeah, BTS, man, his new stealth thing where it goes like that green color is pretty sweet.
There's a few that when it glitches, you can't see them at all.
Oh yeah, there's some that are like, ooh, you went Predator.
Yeah.
You went Predator mode on me.
Kind of cool. That would be a cool costume for Drax.
You're like
maybe
the aliens in Las Vegas
out.
a few months back. You went Predator on us. That was so crazy. Those aliens.
I bet it happened.
I mean, it was from a police body cam, the first part, and then the kids just like running out and they ran by something.
The rest of their footage, because each of them had a cell phone in their hand.
Yeah, they were running by something and they happened to catch it on the side. It wasn't even like it was the focal point of the video.
No.
Like that was
the one
crazy.
In the background of the video is still pretty weird.
Hey, if you believe in aliens, please put in the comments. Like, do you think that video was real or do you think that was fake? I think it was Las Vegas.
Yeah, it was Vegas.
It was a Hispanic family. They had it land in their backyard. Their phone call to the police was 9 foot tall invisible beings came out of the spaceship. Like, oh my gosh, dude, talk about freaky. Like, that would be crazy. I mean, I'd be down for it, though.
There was an indentation in their backyard where it looked like there could have been, but...
Like for some kind of propulsion landed.
And how was there no other skies, no cameras anywhere that would have caught it leaving or entering? There's got to be video of it.
They saw it dropping. That's what the body cam, yeah.
The sphere, the eye has cameras facing it.
Yeah.
So there's got to be other cameras. So it's probably just...
They got all those under lock and key.
They'll admit they've got it, but they're not going to show us good evidence.
Yeah, true.
They're not going to let that.
Well, probably because they're watching the mothership at the same time. They don't want them to know that they're on to them.
Maybe. I don't know.
But, yeah, it's just one of them days. It's one of them days. A nice hot tub at the end of the day. Just craziness all around. So, yeah, thanks for chilling out with us. Anything else we have to talk about?
I don't know. You've been having fun opening magic cards and playing with your boy?
Yeah, I've been playing the New Horizons 3 set. I made a commander deck just out of the set itself. Just took cards from the set only. I do that a lot. I did one from, what was it called? The Kara or whatever, the one with the dinosaurs and the mutation. I did one out of that set too that I have a lot of fun with. And I just think it adds a new kind of level to the game, whereas you take a booster box and just make a commander deck. Mm-hmm. And it's been a lot of fun. And he's
really
like,
cool art in this one.
Oh, there is too. And we have a dude, Darth Spidey, in our alliances that signs cards, and he's an artist for MTG. So if you get a chance, look up his stuff. He's in the Discord. Go look for interested in MTG, and you can see some of his stuff. It's a good guy. Trying to make a living, so of course, he's trying to get, his website some more views to sell some of his cards, but hit him up, get a card, get it signed, get it sent out to you. It's not too bad for just basic cards. It's like $20, so, it's just something for him that he can make some cash off of.
Yeah, because the artists don't get kickbacks after they've made the art and sold it to the company.
They get what they're called artist proofs. So they get 50 of the regular and 30 foil versions of the card.
Meanwhile, they're selling the boxes for hundreds of dollars.
But the cards don't have a back on them, so they're not tournament legal. So it's just something you can have put in your deck for fun. The same kind of card stock, but just not tournament legal. So you can put them in a commander deck and play for funsies. Let your co-players know that this is their for funsies card, and hopefully they're okay with it. And if you're playing with people that aren't okay with it, you probably should find a different play group.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not tournament legal, so if you're going to tournaments, make sure to take them out. But yeah, he does some good stuff. The artwork's pretty cool. So, and a lot of the artwork in the sets are fun, and there are a lot of cool cards out there, a lot of fun stuff to look at too. And like there's this little gremlin token I showed the wife. It's a cute little card. So. Like cuteness every once in a while too. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun to play. Getting back into it. My son's getting more serious about it, so he's got some serious decks he comes over and play. But with the one that I made from the box, and his competitive deck is what he calls it, we went 1-1. I won one, he won one, so.
Which brings up that point of when you're young, what do you spend money on? He's 22.
Yeah.
wasting a lot of money on.
Yeah, I did that too. So.
Exactly. We have a whole game room.
Yeah, I'm sitting on mine still though. Some of that shit's worth a lot of money. So, like my play sets, well, not play sets, but I have every one of the dual lands. Like those things are a piece, like $1,400. So, and there's 10 of them.
Holy fuckballs.
Yeah.
No wonder you said it was okay for me to get my camera.
Yeah, it's funny.
Which hopefully shipped today. Content creators have theirs shipped today. It's
Really?
supposed to ship tomorrow for sure.
Yeah.
But
and then we'll be taking pictures and doing that stuff and
yeah,
going on
getting out,
walks.
touching grass.
Yeah.
I'm excited because I got a kick-ass macro lens that I am dying to try out.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Get up super close to bees, right?
No.
No.
Unless
Not
it's
bees?
dead.
Snakes?
I've watched videos on how to do it with dead bees.
Alligators.
And it's super cool.
Sharks?
It's
What are you
not
getting up close
waterproof.
to?
Flowers.
Oh, flowers. Oh, I thought it was something with some more dangers. Scorpions?
I don't do danger. Well, yeah, if it's behind glass.
Rabid dogs.
No.
Electric eels?
Behind the glass, sure.
Monkeys.
Again, that's beef. You know? And there are some cool telephotos that can allow you to focus pretty close to make it look like macros.
And speaking of monkeys, is it just me, or in those videos and the monkeys are taking food and stuff from people, wouldn't somebody else, I would take one of those monkeys and throw them right off the side of the cliff. Those fuckers aren't going to grab shit from me. I'm yeeting them.
Right?
I'm booting them like a soccer ball, or I'm yeeting them off the side of a cliff. There ain't no way they're going to come grab shit from me, and I would just be like, oh, here, take it.
And wouldn't you know as a tourist, hey, there's monkeys here, don't take anything food.
Yeah.
Don't take anything, just like bears when you go camping in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
You string that shit up a tree.
Dude, and if I have a backpack, that shit's clipped in the front and zipped in the back. Like, there ain't no way I'm just walking around with it loosey-goosey on my arm.
Locked. Like,
Yeah, no. Fuck that. You come at me, one of those monkeys, I punch it in the face.
Right. It's like some of these people, like, what?
What are you doing? Why are you scared of a monkey? Like, it's a monkey. Like, I get if it's a mountain lion or if it's a bear, by all means, make yourself big and scared and, you know, try to, like, walk backwards. Like, don't run.
No, that's when you have a purse full of rocks that you just carry around for when the monkeys come by.
Bro, fucking lay one of those monkeys out with a bag full of rocks.
But I wonder if they're protected in some places and you can't do that. You'll be the one in trouble.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gotta be.
They need to control that shit.
It's gotta be because, yeah, if they came at me and there wasn't nothing like that, I'd be like, I don't
Stand your ground, man.
I don't see the police.
Life and limb. I am protecting myself.
But anyways, back to your picture. Sorry, there's a tangent again. Sorry, Vandy. I know I got a little ADHD there. But yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of pictures and hopefully some walks, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I might have to make a Discord channel for my photos.
Oh, that's the other thing. I want to say congratulations to all you Canadians out there today. Congratulations on your hockey team. You guys won 3 in a row and then lost the final game to the freaking Florida Predators or whatever their name is. I don't watch hockey. Like, how can you're down 3-0 and then you win 3 in a row.
That doesn't even see ice?
Doesn't even see ice. You lose 3, and then you come back storming, winning 3 in a row just to lose in the final game. Like,
they had to make it look interesting.
Oh my God.
It's probably rigged.
It's got to be rigged. It has to be because there's no way.
I think all sports have to have some.
But if it's rigged, how would Canada be like, yeah, Americans, you can get the nod? Sorry. Like, no, sorry, that's not going to happen.
People.
No. They're going to be like, hockey's ours, bitch. Hockey's ours. They're not going to let Florida beat them.
How did Florida?
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. I have no idea. But anyways, I want to congratulate you on just blowing up what could be the best comeback of all time. That's amazing.
They couldn't let that happen.
It's amazing. I mean, LeBron James did it once to Golden State, but that was down 3-1, not down 3-0. You guys almost had it. What's the other one? The Red Sox? I think the Red Sox, they came back from down 3-1 to beat the Yankees once, like... But you guys would have had 3-0. Like, that would have been, that's absurd. And you blew it. You had your opportunity to be in the history books of all time.
That's pretty funny.
In the annals of the history books. Like, right up there with the USA beating the Czech Republic in the Olympics. You could have been. No.
Wasn't there yet.
Now you're a has-been. I'm sorry.
I gotta wait till 2025.
Sorry, Edmonton Oilers. First off, you took a football team's name, or the football team took your name. I have no idea. But neither one of you see oil. So, Oil's not
Oh,
done in
so
Houston no
cold.
more. And
No.
I don't think any oil is brought out of Edmonton. Unless I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I don't think there's oil that's brought out of Edmonton. So why are the Oilers? I have no idea. I think you lost to the Florida. I think it's Panthers, but it could be Predators. But if it's Panthers, I don't know if there's any Panthers in Florida.
Yeah, they're in the swamp.
Are there Panthers in Florida?
They've got them on trail cams.
Okay, all right.
Black Panthers.
I mean, there's plenty of Predators because Stink Ape's there.
Yeah.
He's in Florida. So, speaking of Sasquatch, we're going full circle here.
I know.
So, yeah, you should have used Alpha Flight. Maybe they would have. Oh, no, never mind. They would have beat by a much smaller team. So, you would have had no chance
Your
there either.
kindergarten team's gonna beat them.
But anyways, yeah, some crazy shit going on in the game right now. And crazier people streaming it. I don't get some of these CCs. Like, they sit here and they say one thing one week and then they go back on it the next week. It's like, whatever. Like, whatever. I don't know whether to believe you or not. Like, I just take everything at face value. That's what you're saying today.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so today that's a good purchase.
And that's
awesome.
why I don't believe screenshots. I'm like, that's no way that's fucking true. I gotta try it for myself.
Yeah, don't show me.
Oh.
Don't show the 3 burns you did before it.
Exactly. I was looking at a screenshot. I'm like, well, does it show exhaust? It doesn't. It's clipped off. So maybe it was attacked before.
Right. Yeah, it could have been.
And I was scrolling through looking at screenshots. I'm like, well, I can't find one that shows where we had double tapped.
Yeah.
So I couldn't see if the screenshot would match up. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just go in and test it. And it worked in a test practice.
I love that they
So-
put it up after matchmaking had went into effect for our zone too.
Yeah.
They did it just to fuck everybody in zone 1. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Well, yeah,
Much
because that's not
appreciated.
where the Will and Brackens are.
No, they're in 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they want the last one before. They want that cash payout. Like,
Yeah.
we know
This
where
is
we're
the last
stand.
wars
Over here, we
before-
need this many points. They all know the calculations and who they're playing against.
Yep.
How many points they need.
More
Yeah.
season payouts this week. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's calculated. Everybody is calculated these days.
Oh, and speaking of which, so tonight I was drinking Rolling Rock because I had ibuprofen, so we need to have basically water, right? So I went Rolling Rock because it's about as water as you can get as far as a beer.
Yep.
And
And I
what-
went straight water.
Wife's going the water route.
Yeah, because I was so stressed. I took a couple gummies, and then I was like, I don't want to test drinking a non-alcoholic beer because that's just going to make me want to take a shot. And I'm like, nope, I'll
Yeah.
stick to water.
But her hubby's all good. He's a tough guy, so he can deal with it. So, but anyways, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening in. Like we always try to say, please like and subscribe. Tell a friend, cohort, cohabitant, co-worker. Any other codes we can think of?
I don't know.
Co-conspirator.
And hey, if you want us to go off on some wild tangents, start leaving random things in the comments.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we
Yeah, give us a
can do
topic.
one.
Topic of the day coming
Yeah.
from, and then just give us something to go off on. That's fine. I have no problem
What
with
are
that.
our thoughts on chocolate cake
Chocolate
and pairing
cake.
it with raspberry frosting?
Ooh, okay.
With cream cheese.
Here we go. Here's one more before we go.
Sorry, now I'm hungry.
Yeah, the school teacher today at work decided to bring in 2 snacks because it's her last Monday that she's here. Thank fucking God. But anyway, so she brought in 2 snacks, one of which was a carrot cake. And the carrot cake tastes exactly like the carrot cakes you get at the gas stations, the ones in a little plastic wrap. So I was very happy. The only difference is it was a little lighter and fluffier. I like the denseness of the one at the gas stations, but hers is lighter and fluffier, so whatever. And then the second one of the day, the coup de grace, was a Goo Goo Cluster. Yeah, you don't know what it is either. Anyways, she brought in a brownie, right? And she was like, oh, this is what it is, this is what it is. I took a bite and like, this is a Goo Goo Cluster.
Doesn't it have peanuts?
Peanuts?
And then they're like marshmallow or nougat.
Marshmallow, there you go. Marshmallow, nougat.
I'm trying to think.
Chocolate.
It's almost like a payday. Or
No.
a 100-gram bar.
It's like a marshmallow inside of a chocolate coating with peanut butter and a cookie crunch on the bottom. It's like a crisp cookie on the bottom with like marshmallow and oh my gosh, I used to love Goo Goo Clusters, and I took a bite of this thing and it had caramel and everything too, and I'm like, oh, this is a Goo Goo Cluster. And then my coworker was like, I don't know what that is. My other coworker was like, I remember those. I used to get the originals though, not the peanut butter. And another coworker was like, you're crazy because I'm 23 and I have no idea what it is because you're a young buck. So, but yeah, Goo Goo Cluster tastes. Oh my gosh, it was so good. It brought me back to my childhood. I only had one though. I was good. One of the carrot cake and one of those. That's all I ate today. So I got home and I got pizza.
Yeah, I ordered pizza because I wasn't going to make him get food on the way home from work after all that.
Yeah. I could have. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, but then everything else was in the freezer because I didn't plan ahead today.
Yeah. But yeah, goo goo cluster and carrot cake. That was pretty yummy. But anyways, please
Well, you
like,
got your
subscribe.
vegetables.
I did have my vegetables, and there were some raisins in there
And
too,
the
so I had
protein.
fruits.
Yeah.
But yeah, please like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and make sure to leave something in the comments. Just to let us know that you're listening. It's always appreciated. Yeah, tell a friend. Tell them to listen in. See what they think, especially if they're starting the game. Tell them not to buy the time heist. I'm just joking. It's whatever. It's your money. It's your problem. That's fine. But if you want to know how to use those resources, please come and ask. Please
Find
come and
a
ask. Don't
knowledgeable
just do
person.
it. Yeah, knowledgeable. Not some of these dudes that do the CC stuff that aren't ever going to hit you back either. You're going to respond to them. They're not ever going to tell you the time of day. Like, ask somebody who actually
Some of
gives a
them.
shit. You know. But anyways, appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening in. Until next time, I'm Viz.
I'm Sable.
Peace.